Good evening, Ladybugs and Yellow Jackets. Welcome to this week's episode of FAE News here on FAE Productions. I am your host, Fairy Princess Lily, and tonight I am here with Ion the Leprechaun.
Woo!
And Phoenix Rainbow Light.
Hello, hello!
And Flora the Fairy. Boop, 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 boop. And Cal Morbid.
Hello!
Whoa! Ooh! Your face looks awesome.
Oh.
I didn't want to say that out loud because I thought it might go to your head, but...
Well, half my head.
Nevertheless. What? Here we are.
Yeah, it said it would go to half my head.
So, we didn't decide on what to do to the bell tonight. So, now I don't... It's just... What are we doing to the bell?
We could pop the bell.
Everybody's mind goes...
Whatever the bell.
Pop the bell.
Whatever the bell.
Whatever the bell. Yes, so...
Whatever the bell.
How about, no, what the bell? What the bell?
What?
Just what the bell.
What?
What the bell?
Isn't it Black
What
Cat
or
Appreciation Day? We could appreciate the bell.
WHD, yeah.
There you go. As you all know, first things first, of course, please like, subscribe, and what the bell? Yes. Hey, that was a good one, Morbid. On the fly, Ethan. I'm very proud of you. My brain was not in that space. So, yes, if you would like to get future notifications of our show. And then, of course, I do want to give a shout out to today's show sponsors. And starting with, oh man, always so hard for me to say, WeiRd. I feel very bad that I can't ever say that right. But one of our Fairy Blossom vendors and Patreon patrons, WeiRd. Where? Oh, I'm losing everything, you guys. There we go.
You get a little bit out of
Like you
practice.
had it.
I know. It's like I was like 1 week off of doing this, and then suddenly it's like, what? I've never done this before ever. That's what happens. I guess.
Return to the reign of Princess Ion.
What?
Oh,
Later.
Who said that?
Thrown in
Who
jail.
said that?
And then TWIT is a company that makes unique jewelry from leather from cowhide, elk, deer, exotic, rattlesnake, and cork, real butterfly wings, porcupine quills. Porcupine quills are very sharp. And real beetle wings, horsehair, and various gemstones. They make wind chimes, sun catchers, cement art, and they grow and sell cactus and comfrey. You can check them out on their website, which is in the ticker and in the low bar wherever you guys are watching from, except Twitch, because Twitch is silly. So
I don't know that it super matters, but our names disappeared.
It's because I did this. It's because it was about the vendor. It was about our sponsor, Morbid, and you just had to give up a little bit of time. That's all. And you're back.
See, this is why I don't mind that I don't have a title, because, people get concerned about
You're
that.
the herald.
Oh, okay, I guess I do. I take that back. Takes these back.
You know what?
I want a title.
You're so close.
I know.
There.
Close is lingerie shop with no front window.
What? I didn't even hear what you said. All I heard was lingerie shop with no front window.
It's a movie quote. Those who get it, get it. Those who don't.
That's okay, Flora. I got it.
Thank
I
you.
didn't get it, but that's okay. I didn't need to be in the joke. It's cool. I mean,
Yeah, I don't need to be in on the joke. The very Princess Lolly story.
yeah. Usually, you guys make me the joke, so I guess that's
It's
all right.
not-
Well, so it's nothing personal. What were you gonna say right there? Like, go ahead.
It
complete the sentence.
was not a joke towards you at all. For
Oh,
once.
I know that one wasn't. I'm just saying that usually it is. That's all. So I would like to hear what you guys have done this last week. How has your weeks been? I know words.
Busy.
Mhm.
I'm very nervous about the Garlic Festival coming up, not this weekend, but next weekend, following.
Yes, the Garlic Festival is the 27th and 28th.
Are you on Team Garlic or Team Fang?
Oh, Team Fang.
Maybe you should explain what Team Garlic and Team Fang are.
So I guess a bunch of the vendors are either or. So I didn't actually figure out what it was. I'm just dressing like a vampire that day. So
Do I just need to embiggen you? Will that help you explain it?
no, it won't help me explain it. Don't put me on the spot. You know how I feel about that.
I know. That's why it makes it so fun to poke you.
No, don't put me on the spot. Let me pull up the exact dates though.
I thought it was the 26th is Friday. So is it Friday,
Yes.
Saturday, Sunday?
It is Friday, Saturday, Sunday.
Then it is the 26th through the 28th of August, which is not this coming weekend, but the weekend after. So,
and then
you will
after
be
that is
there.
our weekend at Applebash.
I know. Oh my God, I can't
It's
believe
right around the corner.
Yes. So yes, this weekend I will be far out of town because I'm going on a little location trip. So next week I'll be doing the show on location from Meadow City a la Las Vegas. But this weekend I'm going down to the Jareth's Ball in Los Angeles to go see the Goblin Market there and wheel and deal and do fairy things, which is very exciting. So
the Las Vegas Ren Fair
is
that
in
where
October.
Okay. Is that where you got that mushroom fan?
Do you mean this?
Yes. Yes,
I
mean
this
that.
at the Las Vegas Pirate Fest, but many vendors probably do both of those events since they are both in Las Vegas, and I will keep an eye out for you.
Thank you.
You're welcome, but that's not actually what's coming this coming week.
No, I just thought of it. I'm sorry.
I just have to use things like trip vacay things, and hopefully I get to meet with the Guild of the Fae down in Las Vegas because I will be there for their Ren Fair, and so I hope to be meeting with them, at least some of them, so I can be like, I'm here and I'm still working for you. So that will be fun and exciting. I'm so hot right now, you guys.
It's only going to be hotter.
I know. But I'm pretty excited about the Jareth's Ball. So this is a new event for me to go and work the fairy magics at. And it looks like it's going to be very amazing and impressive. So get to find out. They do quests in their goblin market. So I will be there probably trading things and handing out quests and other such things. If you live in that area, you should come and you should see me. That would be awesome.
Go get a quest. You
I
always
know,
need a
right?
quest.
Everybody needs quests.
There's a yellow exclamation point above her head.
Where were we when we saw that guy running around literally with the headband that had the exclamation point? He was like a cosplayer, and that's what he made. He made himself a quest giver cosplay outfit, and he had a headband, and it just had an exclamation point attached to the top of it. Where were we?
I believe it was Washington Midsummer, but last year.
Last year. Fair enough. Was it really there? Yes,
I saw
because
him. Yeah.
Yep, that makes sense. So how about you, Phoenix? How have you been?
Oh, I've been amazing. Just living out here on the farm, the simple life. Enjoying all the sun and the chickens. Oh my gosh, the chickens. We just
trying to
got
get
done-
into the chicken coop. Foxes in the chicken coop.
Always, yeah. I'm gonna say, you know what's funny? They just let me in because I feed them. So they're just like, "Hey, you're back. You got food? Yeah." And then, of course, the picture I shared with everybody on Facebook of feeding the spider outside my house.
Oh, I didn't see that. But I suddenly want to see like a whole series of either photos or videos of you, fox ears and all, in the hen house, right?
That might freak them out.
Just feed them lots of snacks. They won't care.
I'll try it once we actually live closer to where we've got everything set up. But yeah.
Harold,
Yes,
are you going
yes,
to
Arowina.
Applebash?
Yes.
I'm
I
not
will
packing
keep you
glitter
and
for
your
you.
little one. I'll
No
be there.
glitter. No, just in case. I am not packing glitter for you. That
It's
ship
okay.
has sailed.
They are all prepared.
He's going to Applebash unless the deer have anything to say about it.
Yes, unless. Not even kidding. Oh, not even kidding.
Man. I had to think about what that meant for a second, but then I got it.
The very Princess Lolly story.
Shut up, Morbid.
See, that's the running joke now. The very
Your
Princess
face is a
Lolly.
running joke.
Wow.
Sometimes. What
Really?
happened to half of yours? We could fight with a weed whacker or something?
The other half was
Lawnmower?
such a joke that the second half ran away.
I only had a half of mine to be on the show tonight.
Oh, just tonight, huh?
By the way, peek behind the curtain. Peek behind the curtain. I dropped one of my contact lenses, so that's why the makeup turned out this way.
As opposed to what?
Oh.
Oh.
You can't find the other one somewhere?
The other
They're impossible to find once you drop them.
Well, I mean,
Because
I
you kind of
found
need them
it.
to
I
see.
found it, but I wasn't going to drop it in the sink and then put it in my eye. So I got one contact lens in, and I went, you know what? Let's do half a skull.
See,
Just the side of
people
your
who
face
are on
that
a
you can see
screen that
on.
pretend to be other people can still be human. Just saying.
Yes, you speak for yourself. I've seen what humans are like, and they're not great.
I mean, fair enough. I don't like the title either.
The majority of them aren't great.
That's a lot. There's like 7.5 billion of them out there running around like seeing
And counting.
friendly. What?
And counting.
I
And
mean,
counting,
okay,
yes.
And counting.
I would like to point
We
out
just
that
need
a
to
lot of
convert more of them to the
supernatural,
Fae.
a lot of
Agreed.
supernatural
Agreed.
creatures are assholes too, and I don't want to minimize. I feel like this is supernatural asshole
Mhm,
erasure,
mhm.
and I will not stand for it.
I think that they're just misunderstood.
Are you just saying that all races are assholes equally? Because that could be a very true statement as
I
well.
mean, not
like
not equally. There are some, you know.
go above and beyond that limit.
Don't we have a Wheel of Win and a vendor that's...
I mean, we do.
Yes, I assume we have all these things. Yeah.
I know because I said it.
Which I'm super excited. Oh,
Well, so I feel like now you were saying, so one of the things I need to do before I actually leave to go down to the Kingdom of Pacifica is set up a workshop submission form before we go for Applebash.
Mhm.
So is Aria, your lovely little flower, she's going to do a workshop for realsies? Because I think that's adorable.
I think it's adorable too, except for she's going to try to charge everyone $10 to read her books.
Maybe if they get to keep
But
the
it
book.
sounded more like she wanted to run a library. It sounded more like
Yes.
she wanted to run a mobile library than a workshop.
And obviously, you know, you pay the fee up front, of course.
Yes,
Mhm,
in cash.
In cash. Yes.
Maybe she should charge people
We do not
drops
accept
instead
PayPal
of
or
dollars.
Venmo.
I might be able to convince her to do that.
Because, you know,
Also,
then...
thank you, Joshua Donovan.
Oh, what did he do?
He
He
appreciated.
says he likes Morbid's face.
No, that's
Oh,
not what
I
he
mean,
said.
someone's got to. Someone's got
Somebody
to.
No,
has
that's
to.
actually not what he said. He didn't say he liked my face.
He said lace. I mean, I actually kind of like that because it's covering your face.
I was distracted by the fact that there's some sort of garlic cheddar cheese and I should try it.
I know. I was
What?
reading that in the chat too. I was like, "What's going on right now?"
Garlic cheddar cheese.
I
That's
have
the
a thing for grilled cheese sandwiches.
Well, the grilled cheese sandwich people are going to be there. They're bringing their cart.
To Applebash?
What?
Yep.
Ooh.
I'm
I
very
know,
excited.
right?
I
Nope,
am
they're gonna be
amazingly
there.
ready to try this.
I still dream about that frickin' French toast breakfast sandwich that they made me.
I'm really trying to imagine what that dream is like. I'll be honest. Like, is it just like little like French toasts that are leaping through the fields?
No, it's just me sitting in a room quietly eating my grilled cheese or
No interruption.
it just depends on the dream. Sometimes it's the breakfast sandwich, sometimes it's grilled cheese. You never know.
The calming silence of, oh my God, what are my kids doing right now? It's too quiet.
Yeah. Legit. It turns into a nightmare that I can't escape the room to see what they're doing.
It's so quiet. Something's wrong.
Right? I mean,
I do not have this instinct, but most
Silence used to be golden, now it's just suspicious.
Oh yeah, silence is golden and duct tape is silver. So you know, there's always that. Yes. Okay. So we do have a wheel of wind today, and let me get this pulled up so that I can share the wheel of wind. I feel like we're all melted tonight because it's so hot out.
It has been fire.
I'm comfortable. I have my air conditioner on all day. It's nice and cool back here.
I feel like it was comfortable all afternoon, and then it got like the sun went down, and somehow that it just got hot and annoying and terrible. So this is the Wheel of Wind, and it is for a book from our last week's author, Meg Half. It was Halfdahl, is how you say her last name, if I recall correctly. And the book that it is for is Her Dark Inheritance. So if we will go ahead and give this little wheel, create the wheel, go. All right. Why is it doing that? It's acting all funky with the graphic today. Here we go. Whoa. We did the wheel exactly at 8 p.m. Oh, it is the perfect person to win.
That's awesome.
What?
That's awesome.
It is actually pretty awesome. So, considering that the Wish Fairy is coming to Applebash and bringing a wish workshop for everybody to do, for which we are very thankful, that is amazing. Serendipitous one.
I still think it would have been hilarious. Like I was really rooting for them to win when you were doing the remote cation with them.
Oh yeah, yes.
Like a week or two ago, where you were like there with her, and I thought, like, man, if the Wish Fairy wins tonight when Lolly is standing next to her, that would be amazing.
Only you would want that to happen to me, Count.
Just only 1 week away. You predicted that your magic is strong, Morbid, but also creepy.
Yeah, I mean, you're not wrong. But yeah, there's a Vampire Slayer garlic cheddar that Donovan is talking about.
I would put that in my mouth.
Yeah, there's a lot of garlic themed cheeses, but also, yeah, I do like the Vampire Slayer garlic cheddar.
So I request that we do this as a taste test on the show at some point. Yes. Agreed.
I mean, you actually want us to taste test a thing that we're all going to probably like, as opposed to something that makes us go.
I mean, we can pair it with something horrible if you'd prefer.
I mean, we're gonna make a lot of delicious noises. We could charge.
Phrasing.
Yes, on our phase only, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So I wanted to say, so we don't have Dorian with us tonight because they aren't feeling well, and we don't have Stormy with us tonight, probably because they have crazy amounts of things also going on, considering they are coming up on working on things for upcoming events. But also, I wanted to share in the absence of Stormy, because Stormy shared with us today their new website. I know, and it looks really good. So here is Stormy's website, and I'm going to put it into the comments for you guys, since Storm is one of our peoples here with us. But please, if you get a chance, go check out their website and their work. They've been working on it all month to get it launched, and so I'm really actually very proud of them for doing that. It looks good.
No, they did great. I love a lot of the stuff really on there. I'm like, ooh.
So I don't know. I know that they were for a while really wanting to get away from what tailgate, what
Candy corn.
I cannot see.
Tailgate, Nick.
Okay. What tailgate mix? It's not just one.
What does that
No,
mean?
It means
Just
there's
read
several
off the
different
flavors to
flavors.
us.
There's
I
fruit
can't.
punch.
I can't see them. I see the
Okay,
light is
so
too weird. I can't
If
see
Sounds
we
like
it.
all
ice
wait,
cream.
There's
if we
fruit
all
punch,
wait for
vanilla
1
ice
second,
cream, hot dog,
Oh God.
hamburger, and
No.
popcorn.
Popcorn.
Okay, there's
Popcorn.
hot dog, hamburger, popcorn, and what?
Vanilla ice cream, and fruit punch.
I mean, those ones might be good, but hot dog and hamburger? Like the whole hamburger or just the meat part of the hamburger?
Oh
They didn't
gosh.
specify on the bag.
Cal Morbid, I want to know why you don't buy these things and why instead you just show us pictures of them. I want to see you.
Because when I do that, then you buy them and other people eat them, and I don't. So that's why I do that.
Well, why don't you buy them and just have them shipped to my castle, and then I will still eat them.
Why don't we just have
Because
a
of
workshop
that
at
idea.
Applebash eating nasty candy corns?
I mean, would that be a workshop, or could we just call that a panel at that point? I mean, if there's
it's
enough for
it's
everyone,
kind
then
of
it
like
is
a challenge of some sort, right? Like the
Demo? Yeah, no.
what are you willing to eat, right? And
True.
just see like.
So it's going to be
some-
Fear Factor version FAE Factor?
FAE Factor. Yeah, I
I
was
don't
thinking
know
it too.
what's Fear Factor.
Fear Factor used to
Oh
be an
my
old show
gosh.
that they used to
Things
eat
that
really weird
Lolly
stuff.
doesn't know.
Actually, that's
Morbid is trying not to make a comment right now.
no. I'm actually shocked. I actually thought she would know that one.
So anyway,
What is
Princess
it?
Lolly, Fear Factor is a show where people would try to win money by doing ridiculous things, like eating cave
It's
spiders
basically
that
a
are
dare.
horribly looking. And
It's a show where they
Like
dare
do
people
something
to
stupid,
win money.
stupid,
I
dangerous.
swear,
Like
you guys don't listen to me on this show. I say stuff.
sorry, what did you say? What did Flora say? Did anyone else hear Flora?
Make
I did.
Flora bigger and make her repeat it.
No.
Yes, Flora, in detail, what is Fear Factor like? 3, 2, 1, go.
No. I explained it. You missed it.
Do it like 3, 2, 1, go, and then we're all like,
You explained it so much better, Phoenix.
oh
but you
yes.
have the wise knowledge, Flora.
Oh.
Don't eat your popcorn at me.
I mean, if like I was gonna say to those candy corns, if I want popcorn, I'll just have actual popcorn. Thank you.
I
But
have
it's
an
microwave
idea.
popcorn.
What if you want a hot dog?
No, this wasn't microwave popcorn. This was theater popcorn from last night when I went and
Oh,
saw
okay.
Thor: Love and Thunder.
I was gonna say it looks like a microwave egg.
Oh,
So
fair enough. Fair enough.
Taryn and Bjorn are coming to Applebash. And
Oh,
they
yay.
have to travel over the mountains through Leavenworth, which means that they will go past that really like that candy shop that is up there on the mountainside all by itself with all the weird, crazy flavors of candy and soda and things. We should just give them the ability to go to that candy store with like all the strange. That's where we got like the grass flavored soda, the butter flavored soda, and then we like tried all the different flavors. We should
And
have
for-
them go
yep.
get the grossest things that they can find from that store flavors and then do a thing at Applebash.
How
We
about they
should.
just pick up some dark chocolate sea foam and then I will eat it.
I'm serious. I'll put $20 towards that. That sounds like
Yes, it would be hilarious.
if we
'cause
can't
it's-
do it live because I know we're gonna be way out there. Let's still record it.
we
so
can
we can
record
put it together.
it and then like use the recording, like show the recording later, right? It's not like it has to be live.
It's
So
always
no,
more
it's
fun
not.
if we're being tortured by it. Yeah, let's do it.
Did we
At
ever?
least then we
It's
could have
always
two
more
drinks
fun if we're
before we
being
do.
tortured.
I have one
Mm.
request though. I want something that is super, super like disdainly sour. Just to disdain, you're just like, ugh. It's just that sour. If you can find a candy
Oh.
like that, mm-hmm.
Somebody needs to remind me in the hedge in Discord, and I will I know that Taryn is in the hedge. I know that Bjorn can be in the hedge, but he is not there often. So probably can just tag them and be like, "Hey guys, we voluntold you that you need to go by the candy store."
We will give you money, not drops, but
The
real
candy shop.
money when you get to Applebash. We promise.
Sorry,
With our smile.
real quick on account of I haven't been paying any attention. Did we have a vendor tonight or no?
We do.
We do, and the vendor is actually in the wings. So I was actually just getting ready to say that. So I will bring our vendor into the show. Hello, hello.
Hello, can you hear me?
Yes.
Yeah.
Actually, we can hear you great.
Oh, awesome. Okay.
Yes. Well, welcome to the show,
Welcome.
Hello.
Kendra.
Thank you
Yes.
for having me.
No, thank you for being here. Please, if you will, I'm going to embiggen you here, but please, if you will, introduce yourself to our audience and tell us who you are and what you do.
Well, hi, I'm Kendra. I have the Fabled Flame. I make D20 candles, and they're all with over 35 cents, focused specifically around Dungeons and Dragons spells or items or just fun fantasy themed combinations. And then, yeah, so that's what I do. Some of them have D20s inside because I like dice. So
You make candles with like a surprise D20 inside.
I do.
That sounds so much more alluring to me than candles with jewelry on the inside. I'll be honest.
Well, dice are the best things ever. So
It's a long time to wait to find out if you hit the ogre.
this is true. I recommend melting the candle before your session.
So
What, is
Do
this
you
like the
have
world's
some-
slowest dice tower? Yeah.
I guess so.
Well,
You could call it that. Yeah.
I mean, that kind of seems legit, to be honest. So, do you have candles with you this evening to show us, or shall we
I
look at
do.
your Instagram?
We can do either. I've got candles at hand, or yeah, whichever.
Well,
you
we will
prefer,
look
really.
at candles in hand first,
Okay.
then, if you
Alrighty.
don't mind.
Sure. So I'll bring it up first. This is. Oh, there we go. Hey, we can see it now.
Hey, that's
So that is it's all crap. Oh, there it is. Okay. They're all hand poured and hand painted. See if I've got one that's not painted. They come with numbers. You can see. I'm trying to put it up
What
so
do you
that the
paint
numbers are
that
imprinted.
with?
I use a water-based acrylic paint so that it's fire safe. And what's really fun is the numbers will just kind of float in the wax. So yeah, you can watch them.
Wait, the paint when the candle burns, the numbers that like the paint part of the number just floats.
Yep.
Like,
That is
Yeah,
super
that's
cool.
really
That's
cool.
just an
So
added
fun.
bonus, in my opinion.
right?
So yeah. So yeah. So I make the. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
No, you go ahead.
I was gonna say. So yeah, I make those. I make mystery pyramids with leftover wax. That way, I'm not wasting stuff. And then I also make tea lights. So they come in
Aw.
sets of 4 and 6. So yeah.
It
That's
looked like kind of a chakra tea light thing, or I don't know. I thought I saw a little.
Well, these are just all one set, so they're one color. This was my scent of the month. This is actually one of, I think I sent over the tea lights and the D20 that I'm going to be giving away. So this is actually the thing. Or am I wrong? Or pictures, sorry. Pictures.
Oh, pictures. Okay, I'm like,
Sorry.
I don't know what you're asking.
No,
So now, all of these the same size, or do you have different sizes of them?
currently they're all one size. They're about 2 inches by 2.5 inches. I am working on making a larger D20, but finding someone to make me a mold has been a long road. So yeah, as soon as I can find someone to make me a mold.
All right, I'm curious. Have you tested to see if they're balanced?
They are not. I have to get them to stand up. I have to flatten the bottom, so they will not roll well, and you will end up with wax on your DM screens and burning character sheets. And I don't recommend that.
Yeah,
I just have to say, I'm so happy that we have a vendor that's obsessed with dice like I am, because this is what I have been waiting for a very, very, very long time.
Yeah.
I'm like, no, do
Awesome.
that again. It's so satisfying.
I know.
Oh my god, okay, hold on.
Facts.
Yes, we'll make one of those satisfying YouTube videos. Oh my god, have you seen where they like cut a bar of soap into like small
See-
little cubes? That's so satisfying.
So here I
Oh,
was
Yes,
hoping
okay,
they were
I'm ready.
Here I was hoping they were rollable so that you could
Yes.
punish ones
Oh,
that
that's
don't.
so pretty.
Yes, yes.
That's pretty.
so many dice.
Well, when you are a DM, you kind of have to be prepared for people that show up new and they're like, "I've never played D&D before."
Okay, I've never
what
played
are all
D&D
these
before,
different
and I
dice?
have a collection of dice.
I mean, fair enough.
It's not after 8:30, so I don't think we can show Phoenix playing with dice again.
So I just have to say that I'm really like enjoying watching our vendor's face while Phoenix plays with dice. Like,
I have a question for the vendor.
Yeah.
Sure.
Will you please describe the scent of the month? Like, what does it smell like?
Yes, so this month is it's kind of like a blueberry cobbler. It's named Last Home. I'm kind of because I just released the Candles of Autumn Harvest, and then this, so it's kind of like a Dragonlance-y theme this month. But it starts off with like buttery and pastry top notes, and then it has kind of a burst of blueberry, and then it's underscored with brown sugar and cinnamon crumble, and then it has then it's finished off with vanilla beans. So it's a really nice, warm, comfy pastry scent this month.
so sweet.
Yeah, it's a sweet one.
Oh, that sounds delicious.
I'll have to check out your fallish ones too. I have a thing for fall candles.
I have a question for you.
terrible.
Pumpkin spice.
First D&D character ever.
That was, oh gosh, it was back when I was 13. We were playing for AD&D, and it was a lawful neutral magic user.
Oh, so you're one of us who's THACO
Old school.
old then.
Yeah,
you're
I think-
THACO
yep.
old.
I like
Yeah.
that. Oh, yeah.
Thaco.
THACO.
What does
Yeah, we're that
THACO
old.
mean?
Got it.
What's
You
that?
hit armor class 0.
See, armor class 0 isn't actually all that great, but it's better than armor class 10.
This is true.
But not as good as armor class negative 10,
Yes.
which is an armor class 10 is terrible. Like,
None of this means anything to me. I'm so sorry.
That's
I
because
don't-
it's all from
the lawful
version
neutral
1,
means
which
something
could be
to
very
me,
confusing.
but the rest doesn't.
That's okay.
I mean,
My first was 3.5, and it was Esmeralda Stuval, the gypsy princess sorcerer, who vowed to take back her clan from her dad.
I like it. That's awesome.
I mean, she had a clan and her dad took it from her first.
More like she tried to marry her off to another clan so that he could claim more power over 2 tribes, and she was like, fuck that, left, and literally reclaimed almost 75% of the trade routes he had created over his lifetime, and that basically made her clan so povertish that they couldn't afford anything else. But by the time that happened, we had just kicked a necromancer out of his tower, and I was like, hey, this is a good place to set up a city, and brought all of them there, and so they all lived in a nice little town that they could now call their own.
Nice.
Yeah, and then now we had all the trade routes, so he basically just was poor and lost the clan's respect. And don't try to sell me off. I'm my main woman. Self-made woman, back away.
did you have to color in your dice with crayons to get the numbers to be a different color when you first started? Because I remember having to do that.
I didn't have to because we had a pencil box of dice from my parents, and they had already done all that. So, but yeah, they had.
All right.
Ooh.
So what's your
Candles of
favorite
Harvest.
scent?
Click on that one.
Click on what one?
I was asking what your favorite scent of candle that you do is.
Oh gosh. Oh dear. You're gonna make me pick. I'm gonna have to say my Cloak of Mists, which is a jasmine scent, but that's just because I have a lot of nostalgia wrapped up in the scent of jasmine because it was growing right next to my grandparents' house, entryway when I was little. So I think that one's my favorite.
We're looking at the autumn harvest candles.
Yes.
Sanctuary.
So for D20 candle, what is the best scent to either eradicate or cover up like 10-hour basement gamer stank?
Oh, what?
Nutmeg
See.
clove.
What
coffee?
I would say I would go with something citrusy because that tends to just clear out scent altogether, at least for me anyways, and kind of freshen everything. So I've got so I'd either go with a lemongrass or there's sunburst, which is kind of like an orange. And oh yeah, I'm so excited about this. Sorry. But yeah, it's sunburst scent, which has like lemon and orange, and blood orange and grassy notes to it that are nice to clear things out. So
that sounds good. I'm reading all these descriptions. I really love your description.
I love woody notes.
I like the whole leafy greens, forest ferns.
That one's really nice. That one's actually one of my favorites in the collection. So it's like I got that last year, and I had to have it again this year because it's so good.
So how is it that you decided you were going to begin making D20 candles?
That's a funny story. So I'd been making like pillar candles and stuff just for funsies for me or for, Christmas presents, things like that. And then my brother gave me a Think Geek D20 ice mold, and I was never going to use it for that ever. And so I'm sitting there kind of looking at it one day going, what am I going to use? It's going to sit on my shelf and collect dust. And then I was like, well, if I drill a hole in this, I can put a wick through it. And so I kind of just started playing around with that. And I happened to post it in a D&D group because I was excited about it because it was dice, and it kind of went from there. So.
And here you are.
Yep.
I wonder how you can make one of the candles, or one of the D20 candles, look like a mimic or something.
Ooh,
That
that's
is
a good idea.
question. Oh.
Midnight candle. Earth tone. Ooh.
I'm gonna write that down.
Okay, so here's an idea. What you do is you take one of them and you kind of cut it in half, and then you just take some wax from a similar candle that's melted.
There we go.
Just stick
and
it in there.
Melt it on there, yeah.
And then it's.
Or maybe like you put a pair of eyes and teeth in there, like inside of it, so that as it melts through the face.
Yeah.
I like that.
That's a good one too.
That's even weirder too, because if it melts just
look
right,
at that.
you can see the numbers melt.
Oh, that's cool.
Oh, that is so cool.
Note for our viewers: not actual time.
Can we start?
Yeah.
They last a
Very
lot
set up.
longer.
Yeah, they totally last longer than that. Yeah.
Oh, that's super
That
cool.
is so
Look
cool.
at that.
Not
So
actual
satisfying.
burn time.
See, that I was
I
about to
know.
say that is satisfying. Yep.
I want
Oh.
to stick my
Like
finger
I
in
feel
it.
like I want to keep watching it over and over. Oh, that is super cool. So what is
All right,
the average burn time on your candles?
They'll go about 6 to 8 hours. So they will definitely last you through an entire D&D session. If
Unless you
you're,
remain in
within
college.
that time, or you can do them in like 2 or 3 hour increments. So yeah, but yeah, 6 to 8 hours is the average.
You have to defeat, or you have to get through the dungeon before the candles burned, or everyone takes 10d8 damage.
Hey, I like that.
Rocks fall,
Question.
everyone dies.
Everyone, is a 4-hour session worth it? Absolutely not. 8 plus, 8 bare minimum. Just saying.
Well, if it's 4 or nothing, 4 is worth it.
Okay, I will definitely take that. All right. Ooh, look at that! Oh my gosh.
And I saw
love
in
that
here that
setup
you
right
also have like a pack where you could buy. What is the price point on your candles? And then like I saw one that said like you could pick 3 or whatever, so you could get like maybe a box set.
Yes. So For pre-mates, the regulars with no D20 inside, I think goes for 18. If you want a pre-made with a D20 inside, it's 20. And then I have 2 price points for customs as well. So you do have the option to like choose your scent, your color, your number color, all that fun stuff. D20 inside is 22 on that, and I think it's 21 for the regular. So, yeah. And then the pick 3. I have like I think a 10% discount on there. So I think it's around 50 for the 3. I think maybe I
That one's so bad.
Sorry, I just had an incredibly evil idea of like, and this is pure evil, and I'm sorry, stealing somebody's dice and having them put in the candle so they can only get their dice back when it's like.
They can hide all this out. They have to burn the whole
That
thing
sounds like something you would do, Morbid.
Like basically,
Very
you steal their dice, you have them put in a candle, and then you give them the candle as a gift.
You know, if somebody
I don't know
sends
whether
me
I
a
would be
die with that
angry
request,
or
I would
happy
do
that
it.
I got a candle.
So if somebody wanted to have a custom candle made, then you could do whatever fragrance they wanted.
Yes, I've got a stable of like 35 cents to choose from in different categories like fruity or floral or blends or woody, wooden herb, things like that. That was from our 8-hour session we did a while ago. Sorry.
Yeah, it was really good. I'm like, I want to eat all that.
Kettle corn?
I think
Oh my goodness.
Yeah,
that
that
was
was last month.
charcuterie board.
Yeah. So, but yeah, we can, but yeah, 35 cents to choose from as far as customs go. And yeah, so.
Look at those dice.
I know.
By the way, I am so tired. You were talking earlier. You were talking about 35 cents, and I'm so tired. I was like, that can't possibly be the price.
I love all your pride candles. Aw.
That's my oldest with me. So.
These are just so cool.
So when are you going to get candles
like
in the other die shapes?
I'm sorry?
Like, are you going to get D12s or D10s or D4s?
That is on my list. I had the other.
Ooh, I love that.
I've
That's
had
awesome.
masters made for like
candle.
Wait, let her finish answering the question.
Yeah, those are all hand painted. But to answer your question about the other shapes, I've had masters made. I had a master made for like a giant D20, so hopefully it'll fit a whole set of dice. I haven't figured out how to make molds yet, but when I do, I'm going to have masters made in this size, and then also the larger as well. So hopefully someday in the future, at some point, I will have the entire polyhedral set.
Awesome.
So, yeah.
So amazing.
I will refrain for giving my platonic shape specs.
Yes, custom to your OC. I see a question here. You can just I would say message me and kind of tell me about your original character and let me know what they would like or what sent you picture for them, and we can kind of work together to blend something and put something together for you. So yeah.
Oh wow.
How long does it take you to hand paint these?
These take between probably, I do them in batches of 12. So it's probably takes me about 4 hours to get everything because it's the different layers and waiting for things to dry. And so.
I want one. That's what I want right there.
Mommy would love this so much.
I was going to say it's a Stormy die.
I know. A galaxy candle. That's so cool.
I wanted to.
Okay.
Well, I'll be making. I'll have like a set of pre-mades done right before the holidays. I try to release them.
Now I know what.
I mean, not pre-made. Sorry, painted. Yeah. I try to release them twice a year. So in limited runs. So.
I'm just like looking at all these amazing hand painted candles.
I'm just blown away.
Oh, what I love this one so much.
Ooh.
It's so pretty in pink.
And probably smells like cherries. Or cherry blossoms.
Cherry blossom, yeah.
Just these are so cool. So what if somebody wanted a theme painted onto their candle?
I am willing to try.
Mm-hmm.
So far, I can only do flowers because I'm not the best painter, but I am willing to make the attempt or at least research how to do it and go from there. So,
but look how fast you do it.
Yeah, you're crazy fast.
Yeah.
I do joke about that. Like, somebody out there probably thinks that that's actually like real time. So,
Yeah.
Okay, so I was gonna ask another question. The one from the audience. What is Sylvan Spice?
So that one's a nice one. That one's I can just read it to you. Sorry, one moment.
Okay, I'm gonna guess there's a bunch of trees. That's just my.
No, that one's actually really kind of spicy like cinnamon and clove and all that good stuff. If I can get come back, Sylvan Spice. There it is. So this one is a kind of a clove and buttercream. It's got notes of cinnamon and spice cake with it. And again, an underscore of vanilla. I have a couple that are really kind of focused on the warm pastry baking aspect of fall in general. It's starting to get cold. People are starting to get pies and cakes and things like that together because we're gearing up for the holidays. So I think that one, and then Sanctuary are both kind of more food focused of the ones that are in there. So.
This is me.
That comic made me happy.
This is me.
Right?
I mean, I do keep a bag of emotional support dice in my purse.
Emotional support dice.
Yes.
So if they're emotional support dice, does that mean that you have them trained to never roll a 1 and to always roll like a 20?
Exactly.
If they don't, where's my emotional support dice?
So you got to make friends with your dice before you roll them. So you tell them nice things before you roll them, and they roll better for you.
He's just like whispering to them.
See here, my usual technique was to smash one with a hammer while the others watched.
Yeah,
Oh.
you have to make an
If you want to threaten them, you can now melt the candle in front of them.
Mystery ugly.
Not wrong.
Oh man. Okay. So I know that you have a giveaway item for us tonight. Do you have a wiki you can show us?
Well, it is it was the tea lights, and then I also have a D20, but I don't know where it went, and I have an unpainted one of the scent of the month for August. But I don't know where my painted one disappeared to.
So everyone remember, if she shows the unpainted one, it is an unpainted proxy. Proxy dice.
So yeah. So basically it'll be the blue cobbler, but it'll be painted and flattened and ready to go for you. So I've got it somewhere. I don't know what I did with it. And then a pack of tea lights to go with it as well. So,
awesome. In this month's fragrance.
Yes. So for in the Last Home.
What is it called?
Last Home.
Last Home.
It's the blueberry one. Yeah.
That blueberry sounds amazing. So that means, you guys, we need a magic word. If you would, we need suggestions for this week's magic word, and you should put them into the comment section now. That would what?
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 I was gonna say crit. That was gonna be my suggestion.
Crit. Nat 20. Ooh. What smelly spelly? Clicky clacky. I kind of like clicky.
The click clacks. The click clacks.
Right. The clickety clackety math rocks.
That's another one. Math rocks. Yeah.
Math. Okay. Math. I can put math rocks in there. I guess I can do that. I never make suggestions. Yeah. Like, and also it's funny because it's like math rocks. Candle mimic. Candle roll. Let's see. Nat 1. No. Nat 20. Why would you do that? What was I thinking of? What is it that they used to, for some reason my brain is trying to make a connection between whatever they would say in Mortal Kombat when you killed your opponent without taking any damage. Is that what it was?
What?
Flawless
Finish him
victory?
flawless
victory. That's right. Let's see. Fabled roll, waxy buildup. Let's see. Save versus wax.
Roll fire damage.
Yeah, roll fire. Ooh, I like that one.
Roll for initiative.
Crits are us. Okay. Oh, Ion, did you start the timer? Because normally you guys have until the timer runs out. You should start the timer, Ion. Look,
how am I supposed to type in suggestions if I have the
timer? now everyone has to restart and type more options now. Go.
No. I mean, just keep that. You guys have until the timer runs out.
They were outside the time limit, Lolly. It has to follow rules.
What?
It was outside the time limit, Lolly. It has to follow rules. The timer was not started, and therefore all other options that were written in chat beforehand are no longer valid.
Null and void.
Well, no.
And I am just simply speaking your words, Your Majesty. You should see the list of some of the rules I came up to say off for you. They're great.
Hold on.
You've already approved them. It's fine.
I don't know how I feel about this. And by the way, I just have this list of rules that I've been making, and I'm just going to attribute them to you at random moments in time, right? Just like I decree on Tuesdays everybody has to wear jammies. So
on Wednesdays we wear pink.
Yeah, and on Wednesdays we wear pink, right? Especially Count Morbid has to. All right, let's see. Where do we
Can you imagine Count Morbid with this face, but like a pink, like Sunday day hat?
Yes.
That'd be beautiful.
I absolutely can, 100%.
Let me be clear. That's because I make everything look good.
This makes sense.
Okay, you, our vendor, get to choose which one you like the best. So I'm going to start at the top. And we've got the Clicky Clacky and Smelly Spelly.
Oh, I love alliteration.
Nat 1, Candle Mimic, Candle Roll, Math Rocks. Don't pick mine. Like Nat 20 and Roll Fire Damage. Save versus Wax.
I like that one.
Waxy Buildup. Fabled Roll.
Ooh.
Dice Goblin.
Oh, that's a good one.
And Soy 20. Crits are us. Roll for Sensory. What? Senseless Violence.
Oh, I love a good pun.
Flameless Dice. Hit or Melt. Flaming Click Clacks. I'd pay to see Morbid and all.
That is not a magic key phrase.
But actually, if we did that as a fundraiser, Count Morbid, would you wear all pink? Did he just
walk further?
He's like, I'm out.
He refuses to answer.
I'm just gonna wait.
That is very much the cold shoulder. And big at him.
Really? Come on now. It's amazing. Think about that. We could just do like one of those telethons, right? And every time we hit a goal, you have to put on another pink thing. That would be amazing.
Wait, does that mean he starts out the show naked?
No, he just wears all black.
Maybe we could put him in a.
Come on now, we'll make this tasteful.
Bodysuit.
You're killing me because there's only one more.
Okay.
It's after 8:30, so I feel safe saying this. If you did
Waco,
wear one of those
Seiko,
bodysuits,
Wacko,
just get
Sacco.
Oh, yeah. I totally would have suggested Thaco. Yeah.
Gosh, I love a good alliteration. I love a good pun. Kind of like the save versus wax. Oh,
Save
dear.
versus wax.
If you can't pick
Yeah,
between
let's go
two,
with
we can
that.
put-
What?
I'm a
Is that what
terrible
you said?
picker.
Save versus
Yeah, I'll go
wax.
save versus wax.
Okay, save versus wax. It is, and for those of you watching at home who may not know what we are talking about, not during the show in the comments, but after the show when I hit the end broadcast button, the big red button, you guys will go to the comments on YouTube, not on Facebook, not on Twitch, and put into the comments
down below.
save versus wax, which is our magic word for this week, and then you will be entered to win that tea light set and the D20 candle. So I'm looking for my
G Lolly, is there
Gosh.
any way to get extra entries?
Yeah, gosh, it would be great if there were ways to get extra entries, Ion. That would be amazing.
Yes, might there be one or two other options that we could procure?
well, so I feel like you guys have been in class long enough that you should also be able to tell our audience exactly what those ways are.
I
unless
don't
you
watch
just-
the show.
Yeah, actually, you don't ever listen to me either.
I only play
Sorry,
it.
what?
Why do I have a premonition of embiggen Flora so she can do it?
Because you just pointed yourself out. Let's do it. And Big and Flora, so she can
No.
tell us
But-
about our Patreon way of being able to
What did
support the
Molly
show.
say?
Oh, it's so
And also
funny. You
getting
should bring
that
up
extra
Patreon.
setup.
I think, Phoenix, you should tell everybody about the Patreon, not
You're
me. Go.
exactly right, Lolly, because I'm already on my way to doing so. So obviously the other two methods, and for those who don't know, it would be on our Patreon. If you guys get on our Patreon at any of the levels, you will automatically be added into another entry for the Wheel of Win. Also be aware that if you do the same thing for our YouTube down here, I think our subscription for here is 99 cents, and that's not too bad, just saying. That will
join
give you a total of 1, 2, and 3 ways to enter.
A 1,
See, you did that so much better than I would.
a 3, a 3.
I mean,
and
if you knew my
Three.
job, you'd understand why I'm good to talking with people over a microphone.
Whoa.
well, oh,
Hey, don't take
Wait.
it that way. All right, I am in customer service, and that's all I'm saying to that. Because I'm
So
legally
you're
bound
good
to
at
not.
you're in customer service that is good at talking to people over the phone
Oh,
for some pre-designated amount of money. Got it.
Yep.
And the rest.
Hey,
will be
look, a
left
vendor.
1-900 time.
How'd you know it was a 900 number?
Okay, we will let Kendra go
You
for
can
this
box
evening.
all
Thank you so much for
Thank
joining
you.
us on the show and also geeking out with all of us because that's pretty
Right.
awesome.
Thank you for having me.
I did have
Yeah.
one other question before
Oh.
you do run away.
Okay.
If someone were to make a special request to say, I don't know, have foxes painted on a D20, how much do you think that might cost relatively so?
Oh dear. That's not a flower.
Charge a lot.
Yes, for foxes, not deer.
Generally, the painted candles, just because of the sheer amount of time, they think I charge $25. So probably
Okay.
I just do about that. So, yeah.
No, that's
A
perfect.
good
But I
Just
can't
price
wanted to
for
guarantee because I've
hand
never done a
candle.
fox.
Close enough is fine for me. Close enough is. I mean, for my friend, obviously, yes.
All right. Then thank you so much for joining us and have a good
Thank
night,
you.
Kendra.
Thank you.
Roll
You
for
too.
initiative.
Thank you. Roll for initiative.
Roll for initiative. All right, where are we? This is like the part of the show where you guys talk amongst yourselves and I read news headlines looking for,
Were you gonna
Look,
let the
a
vendor
vendor.
go?
Yeah.
what? Oh, do I?
Do
Yeah,
you
we
have
released
to make
for
them
vendor.
disappear? Use your magic to
Do I just-
teleport
do I
Kendra
hit
back
a button?
home.
There we go.
There we go.
Well, sometimes they do it themselves, so I just went straight ahead to news articles, and then you know what? Stop picking on me, you guys. Yeah.
We were not picking.
No, what just occurred to me is I forgot to change the colors of the ones I read last week.
I was just going to ask that because
How dare you?
I'm like,
Oops.
I mean, there's a few of those articles from last week that I'd love us to go back and re-explore that didn't get seen, so I'm fine with this.
like which one?
If you named them off, I could probably remember. Does anyone remember which ones we actually did last week?
I don't
Something
watch
about
the
a
show.
giant.
There was a spider grasper.
Yeah.
Yes,
Oh,
I remember
yeah.
that one.
Oh,
I
yeah,
actually
that
had a
was
conversation
cool.
about that over dinner.
Grave marker.
Oh, yep.
Oh
yep.
yeah, the giant dick
how
that
that's
was
the
the
one I
grave
remember.
marker. The penis. Let's see. I'm looking for the.
Oh, well, I guess I could look too, and then I can actually.
I mean, I guess you could, but you're really just supposed to talk amongst yourselves, you know, so that we don't sit here in awkward silence, staring at one
Yeah.
another weirdly.
I'm
Yeah.
not staring at you weirdly. I'm staring at my computer screen weirdly. This is my. I'm
By the way,
thinking face.
I saw Taryn out there in the audience, and so I don't know if Taryn was here during the part of the show where we basically volunteered you guys to pick up weird and strange candies and sodas for us on the way to Applebash, but we did that. So
You really need
Oh.
to start asking people beforehand.
Wasn't it the Velveeta cheese one that we read too?
Oh, the Velveteeny? I don't
Yeah.
remember if we actually read that or not.
No.
Did we?
No.
yes, well, I remember that title. And because it was then that brought up the whole story about the Baby Bell margaritas.
Yes.
Oh my gosh.
That was not
yes.
last week.
Was that
No,
the
that
week
was
before?
that was a while back. Yeah, that was.
Okay,
prior.
I'm trying. Okay.
That's okay.
I can't even
That's
remember what I
okay.
had for breakfast, and I eat the same thing for breakfast every day.
Who are you?
But
Eggs.
Last week we did the spiders.
Eggs,
We did,
yeah.
we did,
Fried hash brown patties, two,
No.
you know, over easy
Laura
eggs.
probably remembers like which chicken she ate egg that, you know, or basically what chicken cloaca
Hatched.
her breakfast came out of.
I mean, I just found
I do
out what
know what-
eggs royale are, and that's what I want to eat every morning for the rest of my life. Mhm.
What?
Eggs royale?
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Now that I know what that is, I'm like, that's what I want every day for the rest of my life. Nothing else will suffice.
Ew.
I see. All right.
Flora is a little confused, it looks like. Does anyone know what I'm referring to? Eggs royale?
I don't.
No.
I don't.
I also don't care since I don't eat eggs.
Is it a sex move?
No, it's actually an actual food. I'm talking about having this for breakfast. I'm having this for breakfast every
But
morning.
does
There's
that-
recipes
does
for
Never had
nutrition.
eggs for
Does that
breakfast.
change
Laura is talking about that too.
She just nutritional value.
I'm done talking. I'm done with you guys.
Anywho, it's an English muffin that's
Give me a
topped with
protein.
salmon, an egg, and basically a hollandaise sauce on top, and that just sounds amazing.
That
Okay.
does sound amazing, actually.
It's smoked salmon, right?
The only thing I'd add is cream cheese on the bottom layer between the
The smoked
salmon
salmon
and
the-
yeah. hmm
I don't know.
Let's see. I don't. Okay. I mean, like, I see some chicken ones.
Oh look,
Let's
it's
see.
my favorite member of the cast. He's returned. Not
Frank.
as many parts as last time, but you know, welcome back,
It's
Frank.
Frank is your
Frank's
first
falling to pieces. He's
Aren't we all?
he's going through some emotional times.
I mean, he's getting
he's
old
lost
enough.
a
He just
funny
looks
bone.
like a bag of bones at this point.
Don't talk to him like that.
Yeah, you hurt his feelings.
Is
He's
that
very
why he's
sensitive.
looking down? He still won't look. He still won't make direct eye contact.
That's right.
What?
I mean,
what?
you have to look him right in the sockets. His sockets are up here, ribs are down there. Sockets.
Let's see.
Did you pick out
I'm-
chicken or?
Oh, did we do the one-eyed cat missing for 5 years. Did we do that
Yes.
one?
Well, we talked about
I
it.
think
but
we put it up
didn't-
to vote.
We put it up
Yeah.
to vote, but it didn't get picked.
That would be one
Okay.
of the ones I would love to hear about. Because I don't know.
Oh yeah, because
The other thing I didn't say was that last week when I heard that just reminded me of what was it, Homeward Bound. Growing up and watching Homeward Bound.
Oh God.
Yeah.
Oh, I was
remember
thinking of a
that movie.
song called Homeward Bound.
Well, there's also that too, but I think Fred
Oh.
needs a girlfriend, and we'll name her Stella.
Who's
You
Fred?
know, they have a whole bunch of very pretty skulls at the craft stores right now. I saw beautiful pearlized ones and pink ones and ones with flowers on their heads. There are definitely girlfriends out there. I mean,
Yeah, but he doesn't need one of those like super skinny fake supermodels, who only keep their skull anymore after they've died. He deserves a real woman with actual bones. Maybe not meat on her bones, but actual bones at the very least.
Oh, I just
Bare
remembered one
minimum.
we didn't actually
Uh-huh.
read, but I put up, which was the Nerf mascot.
Oh yes.
Oh, yeah,
the
right.
terrifying thing I looked at? Yes.
I don't know why y'all making heteronormative assumptions about Frank.
What?
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 That he wants a girl, you mean? As opposed to a guy.
Okay, let's get him someone
Well, no,
named Donovan.
I'm saying his options were open.
Okay, yes, his options are very open, and as you can tell, I have no problems with anybody's choices as to what they might want to
let's
be.
just because he has lots of apertures.
Huh. Okay. I'm just reading some of these titles, I guess, and trying to pick out 2 of them. Let's. Yeah, this is so
I've
gross.
developed a new appreciation for how hard that is, by the way.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's amazing.
Apparently
What?
has one of those.
Thank you. I appreciate you saying that.
It's
So
hard.
It's only hard because you want to pick all the science ones.
Yeah, and I want to be a little bit fair.
but just a little bit.
But yeah.
Why am I getting
I still
that?
I
got to
mean,
read
you only
about
have the
that
power
necrotic.
every now and again. You got to abuse it
That's right.
a little
That's
bit.
right. I gotta spread it out.
Well, if you don't abuse the power every now and again, how will people know when you're being merciful?
Well, that's why we did the necrobotic spiders first.
She
Yeah.
says after she burned the mushroom village. I'm sorry, did someone say something? My bad.
I don't know if I would burn the mushroom.
No, she'd just
village.
microwave it.
Rude.
I love you.
Yeah, like when? I'm
It's
just wondering.
fine.
Oh, Morbid, you ruined it. We could have totally read this article about the candy corns, but you decided to show us a picture at the beginning of the show. So that one's off
Yes.
the list. Let's see. Okay. I guess that we're going to start with, we'll do the cat one since you guys kind of said but okay. One-eyed cat missing for 5 years shows up on offshore oil rig, baffling the owners, versus why cats blep, according to science. So if you want to hear about the missing cat on an oil rig, showing up on an oil rig, press number 1. And if you want to know why cats blep, press number 2. And Ion, please start the timer. On your
I'm
mark,
just saying,
set.
that's the part that interested me the most last week was it's on an oil rig. It's not like, oh, we found it 2 miles into the woods right next to the house, or, oh, it, followed us because we moved 3 states away. No, it's on an oil rig. And cats usually don't like water, so I'm just like, what drew this cat to be like, you know what? This is where I need to go so that people find me.
It's all about the dangers of fracking, you see.
Right.
Yes,
Well,
yes,
cats
exactly.
do love-
And their depth perception.
Cats do love crude oil, however.
What?
Cats love crude oil.
I don't get this joke. What am I missing?
Are you referring to like the cat
Well,
tractors?
they don't like water, but the crude oil, like basically, it kind of counters out.
It's
taste
the
of water and
opposite.
the
I get it.
crude oil.
Okay.
I don't get it.
the Princess Ollie story.
Shut up, Phoenix.
To be fair, it was already a stretch. So
Yeah.
I mean,
Agreed.
I
Agreed.
I don't know. I just wish somebody would explain it to me.
he
very
really
Princess
did,
Ollie
and that's
story.
all as far as it went.
Mhm.
So the timer ran out, just in case you're wondering.
Oh, okay. What? I don't know what's so funny right now.
Okay.
I'm not
It's
funny.
confirmed. Everyone in the chat hates me because they chose to. I
Yes,
just want to
that-
hear about the cat.
It's because you didn't ask nicely like I do.
Fair enough.
And you didn't threaten to like not like anybody. And
So number 2 is
I need
why
to
cats
understand how
bless.
social media works.
Maybe it is. This one is not a link, Flora.
what? Oh, well, I can fix it.
Yeah. Oh, you're gonna have to. So I guess while Flora is fixing the articles,
What is blepping?
maybe it's when the cats go. Meh, meh, meh. Have you ever seen them do that? Like if they're sitting in the window and watching a bird, they go. Meh, 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 meh.
See, I was thinking either
That
that was
when
blepping,
your tongue sticks out.
yeah, or what Morbid's doing, where they kind of just stick out their tongue for a second.
Oh, I don't know. But I guess we're gonna find out here in just a second. Wait, no, where'd it go? I was reading I was reading a title and then Flora moved my screen on me.
So if we take
Oh,
a cat,
I didn't realize if I
every-
moved, it moved you. I'm sorry.
Oh, maybe it
So-
doesn't.
so-
is
so-
this it?
If we
Yeah,
take
oh,
a
it
cat
is.
and we strap buttered toast to its back, and then
No,
drop it.
everybody knows
Right?
this joke because we've all read Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy.
Yeah.
Just saying.
I love it when Lolly is the authority on who understands references.
Well, it was a book reference, and so I had to go ahead and
Well,
be
you're aware
authoritative
of the
wherever I
firing
can.
marinara sauce forward and lining your ship with white shirts as a propulsion method.
It seems like Cobble in the chat is also agreeing to that. It is when they stick their tongue out and
Yes,
then
it
they don't
is. I'm-
retract it. Yes.
But I don't know who sent the original article in, so now I just have to go find an article about it.
Bro.
Yeah. Because that one's an older one.
Well,
There you go.
About
Here we go.
blepping.
cats do a lot of adorably bizarre things that simultaneously enrich our lives and wreak havoc upon them. But perhaps their strangest behavior is a phenomenon the internet has correctly described as blepping. An animal behavior consultant tells Inverse there's actual science behind it. Science? What is a blep, you say? Well, you might not know the origin of the word because, well, no one does. You definitely know what it looks like. It's when a cat or a dog sticks his or her tongue out and then forgets to put it away. The results are pretty phenomenal. My cat said this all the
Forgets?
time. Here we go.
Forget.
Yes.
Cat owners have
Put 'em
many
Let's see.
names for an adorable phenomenon none of us quite understand. For the sake of conversation, we'll call it loafing. It's when a
Whatever,
cat
just
chucks a thing in the world.
Loafing. Just-
You're most likely to spot a cat
Oh my
loafing.
god, stop talking. Okay.
I think she's going to explain more than just the one, but yes. Oh, there it is. The,
Open a new screen. Oh, it did. Never mind.
See here, if I was given a choice, I would have called it derping.
So, animal behavior consultant and cat expert Amy Shojai says blepping is actually connected with the way cats investigate their surroundings. Cats use all senses to explore the world, including taste, she tells Inverse. The phlegm response, mouth agape, collects pheromones on the tongue and transfers them to the roof of the mouth to an internal scent mechanism, the vomeronasal organ, to detect sexual status or other info about other cats. Like, sexy. Like, is that how that works?
They're
So-
ready.
So forgetting to retract the tongue in these instances might be due to fascination or distraction while deciphering these kitty post-it notes. Basically, flipping is the face cats make when they're being floofy detectives. That is literal science, and I will accept no arguments. When a cat displays the Flemin responses, she's basically analyzing a particular scent. Pam Johnson Bennett, a certified cat behavior consultant, confirms to Pet MD. It's used primarily for analyzing pheromones from other cats, especially the ones found in urine. But a cat will use it for other interesting scents that require more thorough investigation, too.
I've decided there now needs to be a cartoon of a black and white cat that open up the Floofy Science Detective Agency.
So, I like Katie's comment about asking her cat Luna about bleps.
I just asked my cat Luna if she bleps, and she gave me a dirty look. Such an undignified descriptor, you guys.
That's great.
So, since cats are furry geniuses, they can learn over time that blepping makes their humans happy. If people reward the accidental behavior with petting, sweet talk, and treats, that predicts a repeat of the behavior in the future, Shojai tells Inverse. Cats learn really quickly what works and what they want. Seems like a win-win to us. Cats get treats, and we get this.
Hey, Ion. Does the name Pavlov ring a bell?
Oh my God.
So cute.
It's so cute. It's a terrible joke, Morbid. Oh, look at
I got that from Rescue Rangers in 1991.
Yeah, no kidding.
You are so old.
Yeah.
So
I got into an argument on Twitter where they were trying to ask me where I was like when Google went online, and I'm like, do not quote the old magics to me, which I was there in the beginning,
3,000 years ago. When,
yeah, I just butchered
when man failed history. Yeah,
right. Sort of butchered Elrond and Aslan quotes together. Asrond. No, wait.
Asrond. That sounds.
Mythion Synthos. Okay. Metreon Synthos.
Is this the time where we're supposed to talk amongst ourselves?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But if I say that, you'll probably stop. So I'm just
okay.
Not saying
So while
anything.
Lolly is focusing on an article and not being distracted, what do we think of her outfit tonight?
I like
It's
it.
very pretty.
What's very pretty?
Your outfit.
Your shirt.
Whose shirt?
Your shirt.
See how much you guys tried to not distract her, and it just distracted her anyway.
Thank you. I guess.
It's very flowery.
If we want to be boring to most people, I could talk about my platonic solid specs.
No, what?
Okay.
I don't even know what you're talking about right now. What? No, is this very, very human related?
Are we talking about like the platonic ideal, or are we talking about this as a snack that you have no sexual relationship with?
No. This is about the shape dice come in and the relationship between those shapes.
Okay, that sounds fascinating.
So a D20 has 20 faces and 12 vertices. A D12 has 12 faces and 20 vertices, and therefore those two shapes can be superscribed and subscribed perfectly with the points at the center of each of the sides. Similarly,
and now in layman's terms,
Lolly, if you need an article, look at your Facebook chat.
If you took a D12 and shrunk it and put it inside a D20, the points would all be on the centers of the triangles. And if you instead made it big and put it around the D20, then the points on the D20 would all be at the center of the pentagons on the D12. Similarly, a cube has 6 faces and 8 vertices. A D8 has 8 faces and 6 vertices and has the same effect.
Mm-hmm.
Do you just know this in your head?
Of course he does.
Yeah.
Are you new? Is this your first day on Ion Watch? He knows this off the top of his head.
Welcome to geometry and the craziness it can produce.
And to complete that thought, tetrahedrons, the 4-sided die, can do that to itself. So it's got 4 vertices and 4 faces.
Well, okay. I want to know why we still have to give the wolf a banana in here. Didn't we look at that one already?
Yeah.
The what?
Give the wolf a banana. The song from Eurovision. Yeah. Here we have.
Let's see. This one might be a good one. Okay.
But did we do that after the show? I recall us watching that after the show, after curtain was over. But I don't know if we'd actually shown people the song, did we?
Oh, I don't know. But that was like forever ago.
Yeah.
All right, here we go. This is actually what we're going to do it on. I've got them. Okay, so it is... I have to find the other one. Where is it? Where's my little thing? La la la. Military museum asks guests in love to stop having sex while visiting.
Okay.
Exactly. You're like, oh, okay. Like, honey, let's go to the museum for a romantic night. Versus scientists say that we really have to talk about boning in space. So if you would like to hear about...
We totally do, by the way.
We do. No, we do.
I was going to say, it sounds more appropriate to bone in a museum.
If you would like to hear about museum sex, press 1. And if you would like to hear about space sex, press 2. And
double S, everyone. Sex in space.
In space.
No, seriously though, sex in space is terrifying if you know what gestation looks like in a no gravity environment. Nope. Mm-mm.
I
want
don't
to know if you're in 0G and you ejaculate, can that basically be used for propulsion?
I'm sure.
No.
I swear to God, I can see Ion actually thinking about it.
I was just going to say.
Is it zero?
I know he has
How
an
many
answer.
men per capita would that energy have to produce?
I was thinking about how doggy style and reverse cowgirl are the same in space.
And now that's all I can think about because I just realized you're not wrong.
What have I started? What have I begun this evening? Oh man!
Oh wow!
This is okay. Yes, well, it's definitely.
Yes, it could be
8:30.
propulsion, although probably low thrust.
Okay, so is that timer done? I
Sure is.
I see 1 vote for 2 and 2 votes for 1. So I guess that means number 1 wins, and number 1 is Sex in the Museum. So,
Anyone interested in sex in space, I'll recommend the book Packing for Mars. It has a whole chapter dedicated to the subject.
somebody's phone or something.
That was definitely a timer.
Here we go. Okay, military museum asks guests in love to stop having sex while visiting. Some can't resist
So
a man in uniform.
My question is, what about guests who just want to hate fuck? Like if they're not in love and they just want to hate.
Yeah.
Like if they're not in love.
They're like, what are you doing? I'm hate fucking. You're free to fuck.
What if they're just getting into the mood?
Wow. Okay, some can't resist a man in uniform. I feel like if you're in a museum, none of this is bad. Okay, which could be the reason why things are getting hot and heavy at a Polish military museum. Fort Gerard, also known as the Eastern Fort Museum in some unpronounceable city in Poland, posted a scintillating update to their Facebook page, politely requesting that guests cease having intimate relations among historical displays. Guests
I
in
think they're just challenging people now.
Yeah.
Guests in love, please understand, most of the exhibits in our museum are objects born many years ago and lived in completely different ordinary standards. Conservative, orthodox, and disturbing. We don't expose them to discomfort. They're like, oh, our displays. We don't expose our displays to discomfort, you guys. Please respect that they were born in a different time period. Let's see. If you're wondering how they know about the saucy museum rendezvous and managed to capture the pictures attached, the museum revealed that too. The museum has been equipped with cameras for some time, they wrote. Adding all footage is watched, and you may not want that getting out into the general public. So the museum is basically threatening to put people's sex videos, like, okay, let's look at this. What?
I'm back to the daring them.
I'm just going to say that I love that they're so concerned for these objects. I feel like, you know, if I was a ghost from that century that was trapped and connected to one of these objects and I couldn't leave a museum, that might intrigue my eternity to be like, hey, at least I got a show out of it.
How do I get back to whatever I was looking at? Here we go. I mean, like, this is great. I see the museum, but are they just, I mean, I believe them when they say they have cameras. I don't know why they had to give me a whole bunch of camera shots of empty stuff. That was unexciting. That's it. That's the end of this article. Stop having sex in our museum, and then a bunch of pictures of the museum. I'm reading space sex article. Gosh, there's not even like a stray leg or anything in any of this. It's terrible. Okay, here we go.
I have news for you. If you want to find
that, no, I have news for you. That's what I'm doing right now.
It is not that hard to find pictures of people having sex on the internet if that's what you're missing right now.
Does museum have to be in the search terms?
We don't kink shame.
We understand that
exhibition.
That unique exhibits and uniformed service can give you chills, excitation, and excitement. They joked before some light suggestions of where else visitors could publicly express. Wow, you can publicly express your appreciation for each other, so to speak, in Poland, anywhere? That's actually a little shocking to me. Maybe it is worth taking a walk toward the wild beaches, which are abundant on the right bank of that city that I can't pronounce. They wrote, so far we only have cameras in the museum, the reflector barrack, and the exhibition of items from the wreckage. The post gained national and international attention, with people laughing over the unexpected erotic hotspot. According to the museum's director, Pyotr Pivovarchik, it's not a joke or a PR stunt. In less than a month since the beginning of the holidays, we've already had 3 recordings of lovers engaged in trysts, he told Polish media outside Gazeta whatevers, suggesting the dark areas may give people the illusion of intimacy. Or maybe it's a chakra? What?
Yeah, literally talk about chakras.
In the energy, in the area of the body responsible for sex. In Poland, public indecency can result in a $371 fine.
It can also.
Oh, that's all?
Yeah, that's kind of what I was thinking. Like, isn't it a felony here if you do something like that? Like, wow. Oh man. Okay. I feel
is it better or worse if the school group is there?
No, that's worse. So much worse. How do you even have to ask that question? Terrible. Take that question back.
Okay.
I still want to read this one though. I really want to read the space one too. I'm just going to read them both because I can do.
You have all the power.
No, it can't be done.
I don't like you, Morbid.
I know.
Okay. He's like, I know. That's why I come here every week, just so I can seriously taunt and torture and horrify you.
It's part of why I show up.
Reading my diary again?
No, not at all. What would give you that idea? Okay, here we go. Scientists say we really have to talk about boating in space. Sorry to be crude, but it's important. Well, that was way less crude than it could have been. So listen to this article. That's where it starts. Maybe not. Maybe I won't. Orbital healing. The topic of sex in space, has remained taboo ever since we ventured into the great unknown for the first time. But scientists are now arguing that it is something we should be actively discussing and studying, Mike reports. After all, if we ever want to become interplanetary or embark on extraordinarily long journeys through space, we should know how to boink in microgravity, or if it's even possible. Hell, space tourists might want to know if sex could ever be a part of their brief journey into orbit one day. Who knows? It could even be an amazing experience. Space sexology. In a research article published in December, a team of Canadian academics argued that we should be embracing space sexology as a new discipline of study. To move forward, space organizations must stop avoiding sexual topics and fully recognize the importance of love, sex, and intimate relationships in human life, the team wrote in an accompanying piece for The Conversation last year. We have what it takes to pave the way for an ethical and pleasurable space journey as we continue to boldly go where no one has gone before. Terrible joke. Scientists have studied the effects of microgravity on the human body extensively, but getting it on in space is almost a complete blind spot. NASA has been dismissive of the subject, undermining concerns over the effects low gravity environments on sexual health in the past, according to Mike. There are a couple of reasons NASA has been so puritanical about sex in space. For one, sexual activity in space could jeopardize the harmony of a crew and thereby mission directives. Then there's pressure from conservative-leaning lawmakers. No research has explored intimate relationships nor the human experience of sexual functions and well-being in space or space analogs, or how any of this can affect crew performance. Simone Dubé of Concordia University, a psychologist and co-author of the research article, told Mike, I hate it when they do that. But unfortunately, times are changing. Fortunately, times are changing. While we still aren't entirely sure if human reproduction and conception can even occur in microgravity, scientists are opening up to the idea. Should a future need for more in-depth study on reproductive health in space be identified, NASA would take the appropriate steps. Like, imagine being on that study. Well, we really need to see whether or not people can get preggers and whatnot in space. Are you guys willing to do it in space? You're like...
See, I thought they had already done a study on that.
So-
I thought they had done it with rabbits, and they had found that because gravity is not there and that the microgravity isn't enough, the cells don't know how to properly organize to create things like a liver and a bone and things that you actually need to look human. like that you're not.
So they've done a few things. Like they had a pregnant rat go up, and it ignored its children while in space.
Why?
Oh.
Yeah. They think it's because it was just so concerned with how it would survive being in microgravity that it just ignored them, and that's bad for the children.
The fuck out, yeah.
Ignoring
and
his
especially
children's bathroom?
Yeah, apparently, and
parent in the room.
But they've also done on one instance they flew a married couple on a crew, and they refused to publish any papers about it.
Wait, they put a married couple on the crew and then they refused to publish papers about it? Why would
So
they do
presumably
that?
they've written papers. It just they haven't published any, and they say there aren't any to publish.
Lies. I do
Dear
not believe
NASA,
that.
I never thought this would happen to me, but
Why would you have people?
These
do
are the
that?
new magazine
What
articles of the
possible
future.
reason could there be for that? I mean,
first off, they refer to it as docking maneuvers.
It's ironically called birthing.
Wait, it is?
BERT.
BER.
I know what birthing means in both of the senses of the word. I actually thought that was a funny joke.
You're a funny joke.
Your face is a funny joke.
A funny joke, your couch.
I'll get a new couch. You can take it home with you if you want to funny joke my couch that much.
I just love that Lolly was that outraged that we assumed she didn't know anything. Okay.
Shut up, Morbid. No, seriously, can somebody answer my question though? Hypothesize for me why they would not want to publish that paper.
Why they would not? Seriously?
They're rather
Are you
prudish.
serious?
They don't like selecting astronauts that are single, for example. They don't. They're pretty prudish overall as a general rule. So
we're talking about they specifically did an experiment to put.
We don't know. We don't know if
have them have sex, and then they were like, oh, but we're not going to publish the results of this experiment.
All we know is that a married couple was on the same crew together. We don't know if they were instructed to have sex or not.
Well, why go to the effort of putting a married couple on the crew together?
Probably because they were both qualified for the mission.
Probably.
I mean, the point is, I don't think that they specifically picked a married couple to be like pork in space. And that for some odd reason, this married couple did not want their sex life entered into scientific journals publicly. Like, this doesn't seem like a shock to me.
Also, astronauts tend to come from an older pool of people, so pregnancy probably isn't a concern. The youngest astronaut is 40-something, I think.
So, as I understand it, the lack of gravity affects libido. Why would that be?
Some astronauts who have been there a long time have talked about difficulty with even getting an erection.
Why?
Probably a lack of blood pressure.
Huh. Interesting. So it doesn't affect libido, it just affects the ability to do anything with your libido.
I was going to make the joke that it doesn't know which way is up.
Yes. All ways are up.
All ways are up. Wow. Well, okay, I guess there's that. Now it's time for me to go look for some more new articles.
All right, but there's a long discussion of it in the book Packing for Mars by Mary Roach. So.
Huh. There are so many cat articles in here. What's going on with that?
There's lots of chicken articles too. Just saying.
This is so disgusting sounding. Woman rescued after falling into an outhouse toilet trying to get phone.
Did you see the link that I sent you on Facebook?
No, she doesn't.
Yeah, I don't look at
And I haven't put it into the thingy because you don't send me articles while I'm sitting here on the show.
Yes, if you want
to send them
articles,
before so I can organize them.
That's right.
Fair enough.
Please and thank you. I greatly appreciate you guys sending articles. Just not
while we're in show. Okay.
I know, and I'm like, okay, I'm looking through all the things. I feel like
rain on your wedding day.
Oh no, wait.
Good song.
Now the tendency to use astronauts that are married is sort of a funny story because the first time they hired single astronauts, they created a problem, like where one went to go kidnap another, drove for miles.
Oh, that's
right. Yeah.
Wait, what?
There were two astronauts that were one was single, but started a relationship with another one who was married, and the astronaut that was single tried to kidnap the wife of the other astronaut so that she would disappear, and in doing that packed a bunch of supplies in the trunk of a car and then wore an adult diaper so she could drive fast enough to Las Vegas, I think. Actually, it's been a while.
If you follow more science,
it's So because of these weird sort of, and so this, of course, this woman eventually was arrested for attempted kidnapping. But the other supply she had was like duct tape and rope. And it was bad. So they have opted to go with people they consider more stable.
This kind of makes sense.
I'm really irritated by the fact that like the thing isn't cooperating with me. It's not cooperating with me. Oops, to highlight the stuff so I can. So I can pick one. I had an article, like a set of articles I was going to do, and now I can't find the second one. British. Maybe it had the word British in it.
Lots of weird stuff happens over there, so it makes sense. I mean, there's no Florida, but
It was something about things that British people consider to be insults that, I don't know. Okay.
That the rest of us really don't mind if it gets said or done.
Like, wouldn't have
That
known
seems
that
legitimate.
that's a thing that they consider an insult. Yes. So I guess I have to skip past that one. And let's see. Let's go back up here to All Hail the Hen. Chickens were revered for centuries before they were food. Versus How the Wild Jungle Fowl Became the Chicken. I'm just imagining the wild jungle fowl. If you want to hear about how chickens were revered for centuries, press number 1. If you want to hear how jungle fowls became chickens, press number 2. Ion, please start the timer.
How could you do this to Flora? Make her choose? Oh,
I hope there's not a tie.
Chicken articles. Oh, it's right here.
I definitely would know. I obviously can't talk. Definitely would want to know why chickens were worshipped.
that sounds pretty interesting.
I mean, I know that in Peru that they used to let, what do you call the pets that people get, guinea pigs? They used to let guinea pigs run around, not dissimilar to how you would imagine chickens running around a chicken yard, and they would just sort of run around in the streets, and then when they wanted dinner, they would just nab up a guinea pig and clobber it and then eat guinea pig for dinner. I tasted guinea pig when I was down there.
That might actually taste good. I'm just saying. I'd try it.
It was very stringy and salty, sort of like corned beef, but really tough.
Ew.
that means they need to slow cook it.
I don't know, but the half that we got still had the fur on it.
I watched a show where they like used a guinea pig in a ritual to like see how your body is doing.
Recipes for slow roasted guinea. It's going to be a Google search.
I mean, it seems like a safer Google term
Anyway,
than some of the things we've
the
come up
timer
with.
is run out.
Not wrong.
I'm just saying. Yes, kids, do not Google this at home. Okay, so in fact, kids, go to bed if you're watching this show right now. What are you doing up? We are not. We're
Already past 9 o'clock. Come on now.
Yeah.
It is
All
our
right,
after-hour show.
Let's see. I've got all the votes for 2. It looks like. So number.
They want to know where chickens come from.
Where did it was
The egg.
Chickens revered before food. How the wild jungle became the chicken.
I'm just saying, if we had read Article 1, we might know that they actually came from being chicken gods. So,
of course. Why doesn't everybody just know that?
Chaw.
I knew that.
Exactly. Here we go. So, how the wild jungle fowl became the chicken. Oh, it's so pretty. From chicken biryani to kalmungai, chicken and rice is a winning combo worldwide, but the two are more inextricably linked than even chefs realized. A pair of new archaeological studies suggest that without rice, chickens may never have existed. The work reveals that chickens may have been domesticated thousands of years later than scientists thought, and only after humans began cultivating rice within range of wild red jungle fowl in Thailand or nearby in peninsular Southeast Asia, says Dale Serjeantson, an archaeologist at the University of Southampton, who was not involved with the research. The studies, she says, her name is Dale, okay, dismantled many of the hoary myths about chicken origins. Charles Darwin proposed that chickens descended from the red jungle fowl, a colorful tropical bird in the pheasant family, because the two look so much alike. But proving him right has been difficult. 5 varieties of jungle fowl range from India to northern China, and small chicken bones are rare in fossil sites. In 2020, a study of 863 living chicken genomes confirmed that the jungle fowl Gallus I feel like I'm reading a magic spell. Gallus spadicus subspecies. Yes. The double.
You just summoned a giant chicken demon.
Yes.
An abyssal chicken.
Ooh, a cockadoodle.
The abyssal chicken, yes.
I think it's Spidicus, because is that an EI?
Yes, Spidicus. Spadicus. I would say Spadicus, not Spidicus, but whatever. Let's see. Chickens share more of their DNA with that subspecies than other types of jungle fowl. That, in turn, narrowed the site of domestication to Southeast Asia. Researchers have proposed fossils as early as chickens dating back 8,000 to 11,000 years ago in northern China and Pakistan. But genetics of living birds could not narrow the window for domestication, says geneticist Mingsheng Wang, a postdoc at the University of California, Santa Cruz, first author of the genetic study. And how is this the thing that somebody chose to study for like postdoc? But and they have not been able to get enough ancient DNA from fossil chickens to pinpoint the date. So paleoanatomist Joris Peters of Ludwig Maximilian University of Munich teamed up with Gregor Larsen, a bioarchaeologist at the University of Oxford, who is an expert on animal domestication. Wow, there was so many big words in that. The duo organized an international team that began a comprehensive reevaluation of chicken bones, their dates, and records on them from more than 600 archaeological sites around the world.
They were just trying to fund their trips to KFC.
You know, I wonder how many times they ate chicken while doing their chicken studies. It's for science. In a separate study, the group directly dated chicken bones found in Western Eurasia and Northern Africa. They found the oldest bones of likely chickens came from a site called Ban Non Wat in central Thailand, where farmers grew rice 3,250 to 3,650 years ago. The team reports today in the proceedings of the National Academy of Sciences. Farmers buried many skeletons of young members of the genus Gallus subspaticus. Gallus spadicus subspaticus.
I like Gobble's ghost. No, I'm Spadicus.
It's like Beetlejuice. You just have to say it one more time and you'll summon it.
Yes, so where was I? Yes, as grave goods, along with other domesticated animals. Strong evidence that these birds were domesticated chickens rather than wild jungle fowl. The researchers propose that the rice seeds drew wild jungle fowl to the rice fields, where the birds nested in thickets at the edge of the fields and got used to humans. As the scientists traced the trail of chicken bones across Asia and into the Middle East and Africa, they found a striking correlation between the spread of dry rice farming, millet, and other grains, and the appearance of chickens. Chickens appeared about 3,000 years ago in northern China and India, the team found, and about 2,800 years ago in the Middle East and Northeast Africa. The studies finding earlier chickens were flawed, the team argues, because either the fossils were not chickens or the dates were inaccurate. To find out when chickens first entered Europe, members of the team directly redated bones from 23 of the proposed earliest chickens in Europe and Asia. The first chickens in Europe were found in an Etruscan site in Italy 2,800 years ago, the team reports to Antiquity Today. The study is backed up by historical records, too, including the Bible. The Bible isn't a historical record. Chickens don't feature in Old Testament.
And God shouted from the heavens as he said, white meat or dark meat.
By the way,
Don't you remember that verse?
It's like, that whole sentence is so silly. Chickens don't feature in the Old Testament. Well, you don't say. What?
Lolly, you were asking earlier about like who would choose this as their area of study or who would go into this, and I actually did find a picture
Of what? Of man. What? Oops, I was trying.
Embiggen him. I approve.
I'm trying, but I'm not
again,
seeing
Morbid,
it.
it disappeared.
What?
Wait,
Where?
wait.
What? No.
Wait, it'll come back. Okay.
Oh my god. No. You're fired. Nope. But chickens apparently burst onto the scene in the New Testament. It took another 1,000 years before chickens spread north. There are chickens somehow bursting onto the scene in the New Testament. Does somebody know what that's about?
Yeah, so just like when you play the Legend of Zelda games and you get swarmed, that's them bursting onto the scene.
That's a chocobo.
No, that is Final Fantasy.
Ooh. I really want to know about chickens in the New Testament. Somebody just Google that and then please tell me. It took another 1,000 years before chickens spread north to Britain with the Romans, Scandinavia, and Iceland. The subtropical birds likely had to adapt to the colder climates, says archaeologist Julia Best of Cardiff University, who was involved in both studies. Still, it's only recently that humans began to think of the birds primarily as food. Initially, people traded them as exotic possessions valued for their feathers, coloring, and loud crow at first light, based on how they were depicted in art. And maybe it's because they were in like the little illuminated texts of the New Testament and nothing to do with the writing, just with like, the side scribbles.
No, I have quotes.
Okay, let's hear one. Read it. Chickens in the New Testament.
Matthew 23:37. Jerusalem, who kills the prophets and stones those who are sent to her? How often I wanted to gather your children together the way a hen gathers her chicks under her wings, and you were unwilling.
Wow, chickens, way to just make the scene. Good job. Is there more?
There are 12 quotes that I've got here.
Do not read all of them.
I'll do one more. Luke 22:34. And he said, I say unto you, Peter, the rooster will not crow today until you have denied 3 times that you know me.
Okay. I definitely am familiar with that.
Yeah, they did have cocks in the Bible, yeah.
Wow. The studies show that the dispersal of domestic chickens is a more recent event than has been expected in the past, says Masaki Ida, a zooarchaeologist at Hokkaido University. Still, Eda says he'd like to see follow-up research to make sure the bones in Thailand are definitely domesticated chickens, not wild jungle fowl buried with humans. He also wants researchers to survey other sites in Southwest Asia to connect the dots, showing where and how chickens were domesticated as rice and millet cultivations spread through Eurasia. Whoo-wee, what?
Bury me with my chickens.
Chickens outnumber us 10-1. There are 80 billion chickens. What? That's a lot of chickens.
Why do you think I'm collecting a chicken army to take over the world?
For the horde.
Man, boy, I guess.
A horde of chickens.
That really is a lot of chickens. Hoo-wee. All right, where are we at? Ooh, it's 9.
We just need so many because they taste so good.
Chickens, they can be tasty, but they can also be very bland.
They just have to be done right, just like anything else.
I mean, I guess I can agree with that. Like, good chicken is good chicken. So that does bring us around though to 9:36, you guys, which is the end of our show for this evening. I would please remind you, hit the like and subscribe button if you guys had fun laughing with us tonight.
Yes,
and also,
below.
if you are planning to go to Applebash, please look in the low bar where you will find a link to our Applebash RSVP form so that we know who all is coming as best as we can. We're probably going to be rearranging our site a little bit this year, but we've been working on getting all of the biffies and everything set up. So excited for that. Did somebody want to say something?
Flora has something to say.
I want to say I appreciate Cobble's chicken math joke. Thank you for that.
The chicken math joke. Oh, 80 billion chickens. I've heard of chicken math, but that's ridiculous. Wait, I don't get it.
Chicken math. So if you start out with like 3 chickens or 4 chickens, pretty soon you'll just like have 10 chickens, and then all of a sudden you have like 40 chickens, and you're just like,
how did this happen?
Don't explain to Lolly where babies come from. It'll take too long.
I know where babies come from. The goblin market.
I just
the goblin market. No, Princess. Not where fairy folk go to purchase human children, but where they actually come from before they get to market.
I can't attest to the other things.
Let the goblins deal with that.
Yeah. That's not my circus. So, yes. Okay. So with all that said, you guys, please do go and respond with regards to Applebash so that we know you're coming. And remember, this week's magic word, put it into the comments after the show, and then I guess we'll be seeing you. We'll be seeing you next week. Ion will be in charge of the show next week, running the stuff and things, because Princess I will be down in Las Vegas, but I will be here. At least that's the plan anyway. So we'll be doing on location again. I don't know. Maybe I'll try to find it.
Why does Ion
I'm so ready for
absolute power. Yeah.
I'm so ready for Fairy Princess Ion and Lolly the Leprechaun. It's a spin-off, you guys. It's great.
It is kind of fun. So, all right, you guys, love you all, and please we do things, and also check out our vendor for the D20 candles, and we will see you next Wednesday. Have a good night, everybody. Bye-bye.
Go away.
Wait,
everybody.
Morbid has a line. I forgot. Say your line, Morbid.
Go away. Go.
Hello and welcome to FAE Productions. We hope you enjoyed our show with your host, Fairy Princess Ollie. Please hit the like and subscribe button if you had fun with our FAE crew. Don't forget to click that little bell icon to get notifications of upcoming shows. And if you're looking to support your fellow FAE, fly on over to our Patreon.